Hi viewers, welcome to our channel. In today's video, we are going to learn forfeiture and reissue of shares. Now, what do you mean by forfeiture? Forfeiture means termination or cancellation of membership of the shareholders for non-payment of their dues. What are the dues not paid by the shareholders, like allotment money or any of the call money? In that case, the company has full right to terminate those defaulting shareholders. Journal entry to be passed for the forfeiture of shares. This is the journal entry. Share capital account data to forfeiture account to call account. Say for example, if a shareholder holding 100 shares and he not paid his call money of rupees 4, provided the face value of the share is rupees 10. The company has forfeited those shares. In this problem, it is implied that the shareholder has paid rupees 6 per share, but he isn't due only for rupees 4 per share. If this is the case, how the journal entry for forfeiture to be made? That is what we are going to discuss and write it now in this following journal. In our example, the shares forfeited is 100 shares. So, mark 100 in all the journal. In share capital, mark rupees 100, which is the original face value. Face value is 10. In forfeiture journal, mark the amount which the shareholder already paid. That is, rupees 6 per share has been paid already by the shareholder. In call, unpaid amount of the shareholder should be marked in call account. So, in this example, 4 rupees is unpaid by the shareholder. Mark 4 on call unpaid. Now, the amount will be 1000 on share capital, and in forfeiture we are going to mark 600 rupees, and in unpaid call it is 400. Narration being 100 shares are forfeited due to default in payment. This is the journal of forfeiture to be passed by us. Now, the next journal will be reissue of forfeited shares journal entry. Bank account data, forfeited shares account data to share capital account. The forfeited shares being reissued to the outsider or any of the public at the discounted rate. So, if it is, how can we pass the journal entry with the amount? Say for example, if the forfeited shares is being reissued to public at rupees 8 per share. If that the case, how the journal is going to be marked? It is assumed that the same set 100 shares has been forfeited, the same 100 shares is reissued to the outsider. So, on basis of that, we are going to derive journal with the amount. In bank account, we are marking 100 shares which is going to be reissued, and by the way, we are getting 8 rupees from the outsider for each share. So, mark 8 rupees. And for each reissue of shares, we are sustaining a loss of rupees 2 per share. So, mark that also. And finally, 100 into 10 rupees, which is the original face value of the share. Now, we are going to mark the amount. 800 rupees we are received in our bank account, and we are sustaining a loss of 200 because of this reissue, and for the share capital we are marking 1000 rupees. Being 100 forfeited shares are reissued to the public. Next journal is being, we are going to find profit or loss on reissue of forfeited shares. What will be the journal entry if we are getting a profit? What will be the journal entry if we are sustaining a loss on reissue? So, these are the journal. Forfeited share account data to capital reserve account if we are getting a profit. Suppose if you are getting a loss, goodwill account data to forfeited share account. So in this sum there is one highlight, that is same number of shares is forfeited and the same number of shares is reissued. So 100 shares is forfeited, the same 100 shares is reissued to the public. So here it is easy for us to calculate the profit. So in this sum we can directly calculate the profit from the forfeited journal entry. The shareholder has paid 600 rupees, and from this reissue of forfeited shares we are sustaining a loss of rupees 200. So we are deducting from 600 rupees which we have already received from the shareholder and the loss on reissue 200 rupees. So by the way we are getting 400 as profit. So on basis of our example we are getting a profit on reissue as 400 rupees. That is, from the forfeited shares journal we are getting 600 rupees which is already paid by the shareholder, and from the reissue the company is getting a loss of 200 rupees and 200 rupees is deducted from that 600 rupees. So the company is earning profit on reissue of shares. This is our example. I hope you all understood this forfeiture entry, reissue entry and profit on reissue of shares. Now we proceed with the problem. So this is the problem we are going to deal with. Donald Limited issued 10,000 equity shares of rupees 100 each to the public. The shares were payable as follows: on application 20, on allotment 50, on first and final call 30. The public applied for all the shares and they were also allotted. All the money due was received except the call on 1,000 shares. Those shares were forfeited and reissued at rupees 90 per share. This is our question. So number of shares is going to be issued is 10,000. The original face value of the share is 100. If it is an installment method, we are going to total the application money, allotment money and first and final call money, and that should be equal to the original face value. So 70, 100, so it is equal. There is no other second call and all. The public has been allotted all the shares, but in the call amount only 1,000 shareholders or the person who is holding 1,000 shares is not paid. They made default in payment. That's why after consecutive reminders those shares were forfeited by the company and reissued the same shares for rupees 90 to the outsider. Now we are going to journalize in our way. So we carry on with the problem. So first entry being receipt entry of share application money, which is bank account data to share application account. So bank account data to equity share capital account. So 10,000 shares into 20 rupees we have received, and that amount is credited to our bank account. Now I am going to enter amount being 2 lakhs. On issue I am getting 2 lakhs. Narration being share application money received on 10,000 shares of rupees 20 each. Next we are going to another entry. What is the immediate entry? Immediate transfer entry. Whatever the amount we are collecting as a share application money should be transferred to the respective share capital account. So next journal is transfer entry, share application account data to share capital account. Now what is the amount to be transferred? Whatever we received as a share application, that fund account is going to be transferred to share capital. That is 2 lakh rupees. 10,000 shares into 20 rupees, 2 lakh rupees is going to be transferred to share capital account. Next entry is due entry for share allotment, that is share allotment account data to share capital account. Now amount will be 10,000 shares into 50 rupees each. That is the amount which we are going to receive in future as the share allotment money. So actually we must get 5 lakh rupees. 5 lakhs rupees as share allotment money. So I have entered that also. Narration being share allotment money is due on 10,000 shares of rupees 50 each. Next is a receipt entry for the share allotment. There is no arrear in payment of share allotment money. So the journal being bank account data to share allotment account. So amount being the same, 10,000 shares into 50, 5 lakhs we are received from the shareholders. So receipt entry of share allotment is also over. Now we are going to proceed with share first and final call account, that is due entry and receipt entry. So share first and final call due entry being share first and final call account data to share capital account. Narration being share first and final call is due on 10,000 shares. Now we are going to furnish amount on that. So 10,000 into 30 rupees as a call money. So we have to quote 3 lakhs. Now receipt entry for share first and final call account. So here we should have in our mind that there are some due is there for call money. In our sum it is given 1000 shares. For 1000 shares call money is not yet received at all. On basis of the default they are forfeiting the shares. Now we are going to enter journal for that and amount as well as. So this is the journal we are going to do. Bank account data, calls in arrear account data to share first and final call. So as far as our sum, for 9,000 shares we have received 30 rupees. That should be shown on the bank account. And for 1000 shares we have not yet received 30 rupees as call money. So we are posting that amount on calls in arrear. And in the share first and final call, 10,000 into 30. That is, actually I should have received 10,000 into 30, but I actually received is 9,000 into 30, but I didn't receive yet is 1,000 into 30. This is the amount to be posted. So for bank I am quoting 2,70,000, and for calls in arrears I didn't get 30,000, and for first and final call I am just quoting 3 lakhs, which I should have received suppose. Now we are going to pass forfeiture entry, then reissue entry, and then profit or loss on for reissue of shares, that we are going to pass now. This is the journal going to be passed in forfeiture of shares. Share capital account data to forfeited shares account to unpaid call account. Now we engage into posting of values. Now we post value for it. In forfeiture entry, share capital 1000 shares into 100 rupees. That is the original face value should be written on the share capital. In the forfeited shares account we are going to put already received amount. So for 1000 shares we have received 70 rupees, that is application 20, allotment 50. So totally we have already received from the shareholder is 70 per share. Next is for call, for 1000 shares 30 rupees we didn't received yet, that is unpaid call. In forfeited shares account already paid amount should be notified. In call account unpaid amount should be shown. Okay. So in share capital I am writing the value as 1 lakh, and for forfeited shares the received amount is 70,000, and unpaid call money is 30,000. So narration being 1000 shares is forfeited due to non-payment of the call money. Next journal being reissue of forfeited shares. For reissue we are going to journalize it. Bank account data, forfeited shares account data to share capital account. This is the journal to be passed. Bank account data, forfeited shares account data to share capital account. Now we assign values. So in the bank account we are going to write number of shares, 1000 shares into, actually by reselling we are getting 90 rupees per share. So 90 in the forfeited, we are going to write for 1000 shares the company is sustaining 10 rupees as loss for reissuing of shares. And to the share capital account, I am just writing 1000 into 100 rupees. Okay. Now I am writing the values as 90,000 in the bank account, which I have received and credited to my bank account, and 10,000 rupees, which is a loss on reissue of forfeited shares. So totally I am writing 1 lakh in equity account. So journal is completed. Reissue of forfeited shares is over. So the narration being 1000 forfeited shares is reissued at rupees 90 each. So now we are going to calculate whether we have received profit or loss on reissue of forfeited shares. In the forfeiture entry, in the forfeited shares account, we have already received 70,000 from the ex-shareholder. 70,000 has been received. In the reissue of forfeited shares, the company have sustained a loss on reissue is 10,000 rupees. I told you we have one condition on this. If same number of shares has been forfeited, the same number of shares has been reissued, means we can calculate profit directly by deducting from 70,000 minus 10,000. So 60,000 is the profit on revaluation. This is the amount to be quoted on profit on reissue of shares. So from 70,000 actually received from the shareholder, and 10,000 we sustained a loss in reissue of share. So 60,000 is the profit earned by the company by the way of reissue of forfeited shares. This being the balance sheet of Donald Limited. Share capital 10,000 equal shares of rupees 100 each, 10 lakhs. Capital reserve we have earned 60,000. And bank account, share application money we received 2 lakhs. Share allotment money 5 lakhs we received. Then first call money 2 lakh 70,000 received. And by reissue 90,000 received. So totally 10 lakh 60,000. This is the balance sheet. Hope you all understood this problem.